Lawrenceburg police make several drug-related arrests where children had to be taken from their parents.
After devastation and turmoil, we'll show you how folks in West Liberty are working to restore their town.
Plus, a look at how heroin is turning athletes into addicts.
This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon, Sam Dick and Amber Philpott reporting. A crackdown on drug use in Anderson County has led to arrests. Lawrenceburg police made 6 arrests. Police also say they found 5 children living in bad conditions.
Police say some of the children whose parents were arrested for the use of methamphetamine were hungry and had head lice. Caitlin Sentner talked to police about what led up to the arrest. It's our top story at 4:30.
The chief of police in Lawrenceburg credits one of his officers for making multiple drug arrests within a concentrated time period. Sadly, many children were impacted. All within a few-day period, 6 drug busts in Lawrenceburg. Police say they walked up to a residence they had been keeping an eye on to find a man holding a needle to help a woman shoot up. But this case isn't what saddens police the most. 2 other busts in the same week led to children being taken from the custody of their parents. A couple was arrested after police say they found a woman in her car with her children in the Best Western parking lot. The pair was charged with possession of methamphetamine. Police say the kids had lice and said they were hungry. Another mom faces similar charges after police say she was arrested for DUI and possession of meth. She had 3 children in her car, the youngest being a 1-year-old when she was picked up.
Everybody here is a family man or a family person. We've all got kids. Whenever we see kids involved, it just breaks our hearts. And the people that are using or put their children in the situation don't even have a clue what effect they're having on their kids. And, you know, and goes beyond that, everybody around them.
Now, the chief says that he doesn't think drugs are any more of a problem here in Lawrenceburg than they are anywhere else, but he does say it's the worst he's seen it in 20 years. In Lawrenceburg, Caitlin Sentner, WKYT.
Lawrenceburg police say none of the arrests are related. Ovarian cancer can be a silent killer. It accounts for about 3% of cancers among women. Many times women experience symptoms but chalk them up to something else. Tonight, how one woman's dream of becoming a mother may have saved her life. Ashley Grills and her husband Ryan are preparing for their first baby. It's something the Georgetown newlyweds wanted right away, a family. Ashley assumed she would have a routine pregnancy, but she was in for a surprise. She says she will never forget the words she heard from an ultrasound tech when she went for her first ultrasound.
She was like, I know this is supposed to be a happy time, but I thought that it was something to do with the baby. I didn't think that it was like anything with me.
Tonight, the diagnosis she received and why getting pregnant may have very well saved her life. A mother now fighting for 2 tonight at 6.
It's stunning what she's going through, first of all. Wow. Can't wait to see the 6 o'clock story. More on that. You mentioned the silent killer of ovarian cancer. What are some of the symptoms that she may have overlooked going through this?
She admits she was feeling bloated all the time. She had to go to the bathroom a lot. She would take 2 bites of food and feel very full. Those are all symptoms that a lot of us chalk up to digestive issues.
Right.
And her doctor told me, she said a lot of people overlook them, and for a lot of women in later stages in life, the cancer is a lot more far along. And she said this pregnancy really did help her because she's in a very early stage, but she's a great attitude, and that's what we're going to show you. And she's very brave to share this story at a very vulnerable time in her life.
Oh, courageous.
Yeah, so we'll show you that tonight at 6.
Thank you, Amber.
Well, switching gears completely now, we are settling into a winter feel over the next few days with some chilly temperatures and the chance for that rain-snow mix to return.
Feels like winter again, doesn't it? Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey's over there, and I don't know, he doesn't have a sweater on yet, but we may be heading that way, right?
Yeah, we may build a little fire back here before all is said and done. But yeah, it is cold out there. At least we have the sun into much of the area. This time tomorrow, it's snow, it's rain, it's a little bit of both coming down, depending on exactly where you are. A little look outside right now, those temperatures into the mid and upper 30s, typical of January around here instead of early March. But again, sunshine breaking out into most of central Kentucky, southeastern parts of the state. You got a little more in the way of some cloud cover. Defender radar network, nothing going on. You do see those clouds into southeastern Kentucky. Little weak area of high pressure getting on out of town. Low pressure, though, zipping in from the plain states. That means rain and some, yes, snow coming our way late tonight and especially for the day on Thursday. That's another messy system, some rain, some snow. But you know what? All isn't lost in that 7-day forecast, guys. We like to look for something brighter, and we do have some brighter days ahead. Spring shows up toward the tail end of that 7-day outlook. Winter and spring together coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Chris. Today marks the 4th anniversary of a really tough time, a tornado outbreak that killed 24 people across this state.
Morgan County was one of the hardest hit areas. Several people died there and much of downtown West Liberty was destroyed. But as Matthew Rand discovered, the people there are determined to see their town come back.
For the people who experienced it, March 2nd, 2012 is a date that will never be forgotten. 4 years later, there is excitement as West Liberty continues to recover. The tornado cut a path of destruction through the town, leveling businesses, churches, and homes.
The destruction was just hard to imagine, to see our small town just torn away.
Slowly but surely, though, downtown is coming back to life. Construction is nearing completion on the commercial bank of West Liberty. Officials say a grand opening should take place early this summer.
You know, a business that's been around since, 1910, and to see that come back, and it's right back here on Main Street, state-of-the-art facilities, I think that's what the community is looking for.
I'm told there is a service planned starting at the Methodist Church tonight at 6:30 and then proceeding to the Christian Church on up the road, remembering what was lost and celebrating all that has been regained. Reporting in Morgan County, Matthew Rand, WKYT.
The mayor tells us 2 new tornado warning sirens are due to be installed within the next few months. The heroin epidemic continues to rage throughout this country. High school athletes are falling victim to addiction in alarming numbers.
Something you might not think about. Sports injuries lead to pain medications, and that can be the beginning of a downward spiral. Kenneth Craig has more.
I wanted to open a business.
24-year-old Robert King is struggling to get back on track after a promising life fell to pieces.
I felt like I could do anything. I felt like I was invincible.
He was a high school wrestler, but when he broke his foot, his doctor prescribed the addictive painkiller Percocet.
Once I started taking pills, I never really stopped.
In just a few years, he moved on to the cheaper alternative, heroin. It's a trend seen all across the country. One study shows adolescent athletes in high-injury sports are 50% more likely to abuse prescription painkillers. Jason Ruggieri started taking painkillers after injuring his knee during college football practice.
Did your doctor warn you about how powerful they can be?
No.
Pain pills led to heroin, which led to an accidental overdose.
It also left me completely homeless on the streets.
Both former athletes found treatment and support at St. Christopher's Inn, which runs one of New York's most successful rehab programs. Director David Gerber says about a quarter of the residents are athletes.
These medications, they mask the pain, they do nothing to treat the actual injury. So it oftentimes worsens the injury, creating the need for more medications, and they become addicted.
Robert's brother was an addict as well.
Were you trying to help him or trying to get him help?
Actually, he was trying to help me, and he did. You know, he got me to get into recovery in the first place.
Just weeks ago, his brother died of a heroin overdose. Robert says that's now his inspiration for staying clean. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, Garrison, New York.
The Centers for Disease Control has not tracked addiction among athletes, but says the demographic has been hit especially hard. Among 18 to 25-year-olds, heroin use has more than doubled in the last decade.
A Vatican newspaper is weighing in on the Oscar-winning film Spotlight, which tackles sex abuse in the Catholic Church. What they have to say ahead on WKYT News at 4:30.
Philip Pratt, a proud grandfather, a loving and caring family man, a hard-working small business owner, someone who knows how to grow jobs and change the landscape in Frankfurt. Philip Pratt will hold government accountable responsibly, fight Obama's crippling government overreach on our agriculture economy, and preserve our Kentucky heritage in Owen and Scott County. On Tuesday, March 8th, vote Philip Pratt for state representative.
Hey Joe, how you doing with your new hearing aids?
Hey Marty, they're great. I just wish I'd done it sooner.
If you play the TV too loudly, or if listening in some situations has become difficult, you're needed to participate in a special program called the 10-Day Challenge. You'll receive a complete hearing test and evaluation absolutely free.
Come on and be one of the 100 participants and take the 10-Day Challenge.
Hearing Solutions, helping you listen to what you're missing.
My life's all about sports, but families first. Having lots of fun, but protecting them from the unforeseen with insurance, a will, and a trust. A famous coach inspired me, and now I have a plan. Do you?
Kerr Brothers for more than 100 years.
If your home, office, or church is in need of accessibility, visit the friendly specialist at Transitions Lift and Elevator today. Make an appointment at our drive-in showroom where we'll demonstrate the benefits of our easy-to-use Bruno stair lift system, wheelchair lifts, and elevators before we install them. Our top-of-the-line affordable equipment is easy to use and custom-made to fit any home or business. Transitions Lift and Elevator is a local family-owned company and a factory-trained and certified Bruno dealer serving all of Kentucky.
Savor something different every day. Just ask for the $3 sub of the day at Subway restaurants. A different 6-inch sub every day for only $3. Classics like the meatball marinara and Italian BMT, plus favorites like the turkey breast and turkey and black forest ham. 7 days, 7 subs, $3. Subway, founded on fresh.
When big news breaks, be the first to know. Download the WKYT News app and turn on push alerts. Breaking news at your fingertips when you need to know what's going on. Push alerts, now available on the WKYT News app. Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
You know, about this time yesterday, we had a line of strong thunderstorms racing across eastern Kentucky, colder air coming into town. So we were dropping yesterday, but still above, a lot above where we are right now. Look at the numbers from the same point yesterday to where we are now. Almost 30 degrees colder into eastern Kentucky. Northeastern Kentucky, Ashland, 29 degrees colder. 19 degrees colder now in Lexington. So a far cry from at one point yesterday, tickling 70 degrees. We couldn't get out of the 30s this afternoon. Mid and upper 30s showing up across most of central and eastern Kentucky. The southeastern corner of the state, temperatures there, low 30s, 32 degrees in Harlan. 32 tomorrow morning. Here comes another storm system. This will have some rain. It will have some wet snow. May have rain, may have snow. Got it coming down together. Just an ugly day overall with temperatures that will be above freezing, so that's our saving grace as we go into the afternoon and evening tomorrow especially. Defender radar network, nothing across Kentucky. Those clouds into eastern Kentucky. Little bit of a break showing up right across central and western parts of the region in terms of some sun. Now our storm system out of the Plain States rolls its way toward the Kentucky-Tennessee border counties at a track that will keep some of that cold air in place across the northern parts of the area. So as we go into tomorrow on that 3-day threat track, it's into the moderate category with rain and, yes, some periods of wet snow. Can we get a little slushy accumulation? It's possible. And I'll show you that coming up in the next half hour, who I think has the best chance for that. Early flakes on Friday, chilly temperatures, but overall it's not a bad afternoon and evening. It's cold right on into Saturday. There's one more little system that may bring a shower into town on Saturday. This isn't a perfect 3-day threat track by any means in terms of getting a day or two of really nice weather. You got to get beyond the weekend to get some of the good stuff that comes in next week. Short term, watch how quickly the clouds increase tonight and we go through tomorrow morning on that hour-by-hour forecast. We're going to show this to you like we always do every half hour because it constantly gets new data fed into it. So you're going to see a little different solution from time to time as the models get what the real-time data fed into it and what's going on with the atmosphere. Then look at noon tomorrow. Look at that swath of some snow trying to pop across central and eastern Kentucky. and that's going to try to set up shop somewhere along and north of the Mountain Parkway, it appears. That's the area we could focus on for a quick-hitting, slushy, light snowfall. A lot of that melts with temperatures that are above freezing, but the possibility is there to get in on some big, fat, wet flakes that would accumulate, at least for a short time. Into Friday morning, cold start to the day, low 30s, some flurries left over by the afternoon. Keep the fingers crossed we see a little sunshine. If you stay in the clouds, you may not hit 40. Get a little sunshine, you're going to hit the 40 to 45 degree range. One more little system coming down the road on Saturday, late in the day, can bring a rain shower into town. 45 on Saturday, 52 Sunday. Let's get to Monday. You don't hear me say that too often, do you? Just skip the weekend, go to Monday. All right, we'll enjoy the weekend anyway, but early next week, it looks awfully, awfully spring-like.
Can't wait for the official beginning of spring weather-wise.
Me too, me too. March in Kentucky, as we talked yesterday, guys, it's Forrest Gump's box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get from day to day. Tomorrow, though, at this time, I think we'll be tracking some wet snows.
All right, thanks.
All right.
It's a student mentoring program, and the scores are proving to be very successful. We'll talk about what's happening here at Booker T. Washington Intermediate Academy when we return here on WKYT.
Survivor tonight. Let's go! Let's go! Brains versus brawn versus beauty has just begun. And it's on. It. Idle time, baby. Is.
The idol is power in this game.
War.
Liz and I are in control. We're out for blood.
Their goal is to take the rest of us out. It's not happening.
And there's no room for chickens.
Killing the chicken is best for our tribe. To me, I feel it's wrong.
Hold it. New Survivor, CBS tonight, or stream it live or on demand.
Across America, people are taking charge of their type 2 diabetes with non-insulin Victoza.
For a while, I took a pill to lower my blood sugar, but it didn't get me to my goal. So I asked my doctor about Victoza. He said Victoza works differently than pills and comes in a pen. Victoza is proven to lower blood sugar and A1C. It's taken once a day, anytime. Victoza is not for weight loss, but it may help you lose some weight. Victoza works with your body to lower blood sugar in 3 ways: in the stomach, the liver, and the pancreas.
Victoza is an injectable prescription medicine that may improve blood sugar in adults with type 2 diabetes when used with diet and exercise. It is not recommended as the first medication to treat diabetes and should not be used in people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Victoza has not been studied with mealtime insulin. Victoza is not insulin. Do not take Victoza if you have a personal or family history of medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if you are allergic to Victoza or any of its ingredients. Symptoms of a serious allergic reaction may include itching, rash, or difficulty breathing. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your neck. Serious side effects may happen in people who take Victoza, including inflammation of the pancreas, pancreatitis. Stop taking Victoza and call your doctor right away if you have signs of pancreatitis, such as severe pain that will not go away in your abdomen or from your abdomen to your back, with or without vomiting. Tell your doctor about all the medicines you take, and if you have any medical conditions. Taking Victoza with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. The most common side effects are headache, nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting. Side effects can lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
If your pill isn't giving you the control you need, ask your doctor about non-insulin Victoza. It's covered by most health plans.
Do-it-yourself stores may be fine for garden hoses and 2x4s, but appliances? Those guys may know these washers, but P-Rats knows these washers, and ranges, and refrigerators, and more. And after 4 years of being rated the best place to buy appliances in Central Kentucky, there's nowhere else in the Bluegrass better suited to help find your perfect kitchen. So for wood screws and wheelbarrows, go ahead, do it yourself, but for the right appliances at the right price. Nobody beats P-Rats.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on Wild 1039.
There is a win-win situation going on with some high school and elementary school students.
It's a mentoring program where both groups seem to be benefiting. Deanne Stevens is out and about today. She joins us from Booker T. Washington Academy with more. Hi, Deanne.
Hey good afternoon, guys. We are here in the classroom at Booker T. Washington Intermediate Academy, where you better get to work. We got the principal in the house here, young lady. Wendy Avila is with us, the principal here at the school, and you guys are doing this mentoring program every other week with students from Dunbar High School. Kind of explain to folks what it's all about.
Well, it's just really about building relationships. We have former students that were here, just working with the students, just making math fun and, you know, easy, just letting them know that it's real world, and just getting the students from Dunbar out just to work with our students.
Listen, talk about the scores and how much this has helped your students here.
Yes. Well, this year Fayette County is using FAST. It's an assessment that we progress monitor our students with, and we noticed that a lot of our scholars went up like tremendously, and a lot of the kids said it was because of the Dunbar scholars. They think math is cool, they think it's fun, and they are so excited. I mean, I think if you are excited about anything, you're going to do better.
Yeah,
yes.
Especially when you see big kids like these guys. Jordan and Javon are with us. You two went to school here at Booker T. Now you're at Dunbar, senior, junior. Tell us about the program and how you like it as well. It's not just about the little kids, the big kids like it too.
Well, I think it's a great experience for us. It gets us into our community, teaches us to be leaders and everything, and it's just really fun. Like, the kids are amazing, and it's just a fun program to be part of.
Jordan, what are you doing in here the days that you're in here? You're working on these math tiles?
Mm-hmm. We're working on math tiles, trying to help the kids improve their math scores and everything else.
And you've seen the scores, so you see how much it's helping. Talk a bit about that.
Oh, yeah, it's helping a lot. The kids are really coming along well. They starting to like work faster and everything, yeah.
Yeah, and it's got to be inspiring to you two as well.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have this when I went here, so for me to help my community, because I live right down the street from the school, so me to help my community it really like touches my heart and really makes me like I really enjoy doing it.
Well, I enjoy seeing you guys doing it and making a real difference in these students. Now, Wendy, I got to ask you, are other schools looking to do this as well down the road?
Schools are always looking for a volunteer way and to get the community in. So, you know, we started really small with community volunteers from Fayette County, and then it has grown into this. I mean, this has been awesome just to have our old scholars back. I remember when they were in these actual classrooms as fifth graders, so yeah, it's been wonderful. But I mean, again, you have to start really small and then just get committed people, because we have Toyota volunteers that also do the same thing. But you know, the students, this has just been really phenomenal because it's just really making a difference.
Very neat thing what you guys are doing here at Booker T, as well as congratulations to the students at Dunbar who are making a real difference in the lives of these little ones. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about at Booker T. Washington Intermediate Academy. Back to you guys.
This year's Oscar winner for Best Picture has earned approval from an unlikely source. In an editorial, a Vatican-owned newspaper said Spotlight, quote, has given a voice to the victims of sex abuse and is not anti-Catholic, end of quote, has been written. The movie follows the 2001 Boston Globe investigation of hundreds of children who were raped and molested by Catholic priests and the church's subsequent cover-up. This is not the first outlet to praise the film. Back in October, Vatican Radio described Spotlight as honest and compelling. It was another day in court for Fox Sports reporter Erin Andrews today. The 37-year-old sportscaster is suing her stalker, Michael David Barrett, and the Nashville Marriott after Barrett secretly recorded video of her naked in her hotel room and then posted it online. Andrews' lawyers say that Marriott was negligent because the hotel staff told Barrett which room she was staying in after he requested to book the room next door. An attorney for the Marriott argued that Andrews' income and career have increased after the video was posted online.
Well, that was fast. Fuller House has already been renewed by Netflix for a second season. The show premiered on February 26th and centers around DJ, played by Candace Cameron Burr, who was recently widowed and has 3 young sons. Her sisters, Stephanie, Jodie Sweetin, and her best friend, Kimmy, Andrea Barber, move in to help raise her children. Many of the original cast members are also back, including John Stamos, Lori Loughlin, and Bob Saget.
An elephant goes on a rampage during a festival in India. Why witnesses say they were not surprised. After the break.
What do these women have in common? They are the staff of Ageless Medical Weight Loss. They've lost a combined 1,300 pounds. The team at Ageless will understand your struggles and celebrate your victories. For a medically supervised, affordable weight loss solution, call Ageless today for a free consultation.
Welcome to Carpet One. Visit our area rug showroom featuring 400 room-size area rugs. While you're here, check out our in-stock rolls and ribbons and save over 50% off carpet and vinyl. Carpet One has it all, and we have it in stock. Come see us.
Important message for women and men ages 50 to 85. Please write down this toll-free number now. Right now in areas like yours, people are receiving this free information kit for guaranteed acceptance life insurance with a rate lock through the Colonial Penn program. If you're on a fixed income or concerned about rising prices, learn about affordable whole life insurance with a lifetime rate lock that guarantees your rate can never increase for any reason. If you did not receive your information or if you misplaced it, call this number now and we'll rush it to you. Your acceptance is guaranteed with no health questions. Please stand by to learn more.
I'm Alex Trebek, and the announcement you just heard is for a popular and affordable life insurance plan with a rate lock guarantee. That means your rate is locked in for life and can never increase. Did you get your free information kit in the mail? If not, please call this toll-free number now. In the last month alone, thousands have called about this plan with the rate lock guarantee through the Colonial Penn program. And here's why. This plan is affordable, with coverage options for just $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. Your rate is locked in and can never go up. And your acceptance is guaranteed. You cannot be turned down because of your health. See how much coverage you can get for just $9.95 a month. Call now for your free information kit. Don't wait. Call today.
Call 1-800-909-4488 for your free information and free gift. There's no obligation. That's 1-800-909-4488. Or visit us online at colonialpenn.com. That number again is 1-800-909-4488. Call now.
Certainly wasn't warm out there today, but it was a pleasant day. The sunshine out, I'll take it.
Was it raining?
Yep.
Was it really snowing much? Not a lot of wind. Hey, Chris, we're almost, what, 3 for 3 there?
You're getting there. You're getting there. Although, you know, you consider that today's normal high is in the 50s and we were in the 30s. Only drawback, but at least many of us had the sun. And we've got the sun right now showing up on top of Hamburg Pavilion. Winds are gusting up a little bit. I'm looking at the flag here. It's way in the distance, and it is really kind of flapping in the wind there. Let's see where the winds are. Right now to the west-southwest at 7, but I guarantee you here on east side of town, we're getting in on some gusts 15, 20 miles an hour. Easy looking at that flag. 37 degrees, feels like it isn't even freezing into the Lexington area. Defender Radar Network, nothing is on it as of now. That'll change in a hurry later tonight, and especially on Thursday with another nasty weather maker that blows into town. That'll have some rain and a little wet snow that we'll track when I come back in a little bit. Right now, let's get a check on a busy day of traffic. Here's Officer Don.
A couple of things working right now. We still have problems on the interstate. 75 remains slow at the moment. Between Winchester Road over to Man of War northbound as we're running into the issues there, mostly on 75 in that area. And now a collision. This one is at Polo Club in Man of War. It's an injury crash in the intersection. Drive times to Nicholasville, not too crazy at the moment. 12 to 15 minutes is what we're dealing with at times. It looks like in the Versailles, we're still okay past the county line, and no more major issues toward Paris on Paris Pike. Now back to the studio.
Officer Don, thank you. Elephants get angry. A puppy Smile gets a new leash on life. And you will not believe what was caught on camera in China. It's the video that will have you talking. Take a look at this.
A festival took a dangerous turn when an elephant went on a rampage. The animal toppled as many as 27 vehicles parked near a temple in India. There were 2 people on top of that elephant while all this was going on, but fortunately no one was hurt. And as crazy as it is to see this, officials there say that accidents like this are not uncommon. In fact, just last month, an elephant went on a stampede, damaging 100 buildings.
Well, this is pretty crazy. Keep your eyes there on the back of that white van. That is a toddler you see falling into busy traffic in China. The 2-year-old boy reportedly got out of his passenger seat in the grandfather's van before falling out of the rear gate. The people in the next vehicle then picked up the child and followed the van, blaring their horn. The dash cam was still rolling when the frantic grandfather came running back for that child. Not sure how that ended well, because so many things could have went wrong there.
Nobody right behind him, fortunately. Okay, let's end on this funny note. Bet you've never seen a dog with braces. Well, Wesley, a 6-month-old golden, was having trouble eating because his teeth were coming in crooked. Michigan's Harborfront Hospital for Animals hooked him up with some braces. The furry little brace face will reportedly wear the gear for about 6 weeks, and then he'll be able to share his $1 million smile with the world. I never thought about braces being available for dogs or pets.
Well, now you know. If your puppy ever needs it, there you go.
Look out, Rusty.
Here's what we're working on for you now at 5 o'clock.